Hi, I'm Gordon, and today I'm in central London, getting a coffee at OMOTESANDO. But to understand their story, first join me for a brief stroll through the back streets of actual OMOTESANDO in Tokyo, Japan. This is the street where the original OMOTESANDO Coffee ran as a pop-up between 2011 and 2015, before closing down and later reopening as the equally popular Coffee Momea, and I've got a review of that place if you're interested. But the OMOTESANDO coffee story didn't end there, with the brand launching a new cafe in Hong Kong in 2016 and subsequent branches including Singapore and London. All are focused on delivering a high-end coffee experience with a Japanese approach to service and aesthetic. And for this review, I visited the London cafe in March 2025. Many high-end cafes force you to hunt them down in an obscure part of town, but OMOTESANDO London's Newman Street location couldn't be easier to find, just off bustling Oxford Street in the West End, roughly between Tottenham Court Road and Oxford Circus tubes. This is seriously convenient whether you're after some respite from high street shopping or simply exploring nearby Soho and Fitzrovia. Although if you're arriving by train, my pro tip is to take the Elizabeth line to Tottenham Court Road and use their Dean Street exit, which brings you out less than 50 metres from the cafe. OMOTESANDO London is open every day between 7:30 and 6 p.m. on weekdays and 9 to 5 at weekends. And even though there's nothing more than a square logo to identify it as you approach it on street, there's often a telltale line of people queuing outside. This is how it can look on a Saturday, although on my Monday morning visit, I managed to walk straight in. Inside the entrance is a small room, which was originally used for greeting customers and taking their orders, but I've not seen them use this for a while, so instead you now simply line up to discuss your order directly with the baristas who'll be making your coffee. The interior is minimalist Japanese chic, with light wood panelling and the barista's work area framed in an open cube. There's seating for 9 by the large windows, along with 2 more facing a wall at the end. The fold-out seats are a space-saving design which maximises the narrow public area and avoids anyone tripping over any stools that they'd have otherwise had to use, but they're not the most comfortable to sit on and can also feel a little bit odd when someone next to you tries to adjust theirs. Sadly, there's no toilet in the cafe either. The menu offers a wide range of espresso-based drinks, many in a choice of 2 sizes and at reasonable prices for London too, like £3.50 for a large Americano, batch brew or flat white. There's a choice of 2 beans for espresso-based drinks, one a house blend roasted by assembly and the other a single origin. There's alternative milks, but sadly no decaf available. There's also a selection of iced drinks including various mochas, lattes and a 12-hour cold brew, the latter costing £4. If you're after something more specific, you can choose from a number of single origins for pour-overs. The selection varies, but when I visited, 13 were available, costing as little as £6 and as much as £35, with most or even all looking like they were also roasted by assembly. After discussing my preferences with the friendly barista, I was recommended a Colombian costing £10 as a pour-over, which had a really nice level of acidity that I was looking for. If you're after a sweet treat, there was only one option during my visit, one of their signature cashies, a cube-like cannelé costing £1.70. OMOTESANDO has become a regular stop for me when visiting London, and they've served me some really good coffees over the years. And while there is an almost constant queue waiting to be served, most of them are takeouts, allowing you to find a seat without too much trouble and watch the world go by. Plus, I guess the lack of a toilet means no one overstays their welcome. Let me know if you've been to OMOTESANDO in London, or indeed any of their other branches, and as always I'd love to hear about your favourite cafes and the ones you'd like me to visit next. If you like what I do here, please do check out some of my other videos and consider giving my channel a follow. Very much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.